Hello, good day. Welcome back to class. And first of all, let me apologize for the long break. It's been like 2 weeks since I dropped my last video, and I'm deeply sorry for the silence. I did not see that coming, honestly. I'm very, very sorry once again. And in our last video, we made this beautiful, lovely dress. I call it Candies. And I promised in the last video that I'll be making a sandal, a booty for this dress, and came up with this beauty. So in this video tutorial, I'll be learning how to make this sandal. I don't know if you are used to this channel, you will remember that we made something similar to this before, which is this braided sandal. This is what we made, and this is what the back looks like, the heel area, and this is what this is looking like. You can see that it's like a modified version. So I'll be leaving the link to this video tutorial. I'll be leaving it in the description box in case you're interested in making this. So we made this around a year or 2 years ago. That was when we made this. And in today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this modified version. I like the fact that it's crisscross one, and the design of the sandal, I don't know, between these two designs, I think I'm feeling this, probably because it has a lot of colors going on, and I decided to mix up colors just the same way we had it on the dress. So I just want something giving the same vibe. So without wasting much of your time, let's get right into the materials we'll be needing to make this. So for the materials, as you can see, we'll be needing 3 different colors, just like we have in the sandal. I'll be using this brand. It's called Yeye, and it's 100% acrylic, and it's 40 gram. It's a 40 gram yarn. Yeah, it's a 40 gram yarn. As you can see, I'll be needing 3 colors. So it depends on if you want to do it in 2 colors, 1 color. But I think the braided part will come out more beautiful when you have 3 colors. As you can see here, we have 3 colors as well. So I'll be needing a size 2.5 mm hook. I'll be needing some stitch markers. I'll be needing a buckle right here that I used here. I'll be needing this. This is where I cut it from. It's called felt. I don't know if that's the correct name. I actually used it in this tutorial, in this one. I have it in here. So I decided to put it in here also just to give it some structure, add structure underneath. And if you don't want this, in case you're making this for size newborn or 0 to 3 months and you don't want this part, you can just skip it because we'll be doubling our strand. So it will definitely be thick. So I have this cut out already. This is what I have. And I'll be needing a measuring tape, a pair of scissors, and I think that is all we'll be needing in the course of this tutorial. So let's get right into the video. So I'll grab my main color. So I'm using this as my main color, and I'll go ahead and chain 17. I'm making for size 0 to 6 months and maybe towards 9 months. But if you're making for size 0 to 3 months, I'll suggest you reduce the foundation chain. You can go ahead and chain 15, just 2 difference. And if you're doing for 6 to 12 months, I'll suggest you add 2 more. So that will be 19. So just 2 chain difference. So I'm doing for 0 to 6 months or 3 to 6 months. So I'll go ahead, I'll make 17 chains. 1, 2, 3. So go ahead and chain 17. So I have my 17 chains done. This is what I have. So from 4th chain from the hook, this is not a chain. This is my 1st chain. So I'll count from here. 1, 2, 3, and here's the 4th. I'll go right in with a double crochet. Go inside, work up my 1st double crochet. Go ahead and work the 2nd, and I'll continue doing this until I have 13 double crochets in total. I have 1. The chain 3 we skipped, we are not counting it. I'm starting from here, 1, 2. So I'll go ahead until I have 13 double crochets in total. So right here, I have my 13 double crochet worked. This is what I have. And in the very last chain, I'll work 8 double crochets inside the last chain. 8 in total. I have 1. I have 2. Here's the 3rd. So I'll go ahead until I have 8 in total. I have 3 already. I'll go ahead and add 5 more. So I have my 8 double crochets done. This is what I have. So we are at the other side of our chain. I'll go ahead and work 13 double crochet, just the same way we did 13 on this side. We'll go ahead and repeat that here. So I have the first, we'll just go ahead and work right in front of the previous double crochets. You see, this is the second one. I'll go right in front of it and work my second. So I'll go ahead until I have my 13 double crochets done. So I have my 13 double crochets done. So this is what I have. So this chain 3 that we skipped at the beginning, I'll go right to the base. 1, 2, 3. The third one at the base right here. I'll go ahead and work 5 double crochets inside that chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one, I have 5. So I'll go ahead and skip the remaining 2 chains. I'll just go into the first double crochet and make my slip stitch. And this marks the end of the first round. This is what we have. So moving to the second round, we'll go ahead and chain 1. Starting from that very same stitch, we'll work a single crochet. I'll work another single crochet. I'll go ahead until I have 7 single crochets in total. After working my 7 single crochets, I'll go ahead and work 1 half double crochet to the next stitch. And into the next 5 stitches, I'll work 1 double crochet each. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one 5. So this is what we have. So right here where we had our 8 double crochets, the toe area, go ahead and make double crochet increase 8 times. So starting from the first one, I'll go ahead and work 2 double crochets right here. 1, so I'll go back into that same stitch. I'll go back inside and add 1 more. That's 2. So I'll go ahead and repeat this sequence, 2 double crochets until I have 8 in total. We've done 1, so remaining 7. So after working my 8 increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So after working that, I'll go ahead and repeat the sequence we had here. Work 5 double crochets, 1 half double crochet, then 7 single crochets. So when I complete this sequence, I'll come back and show you the next thing to do. So we have this 5 double crochets we did right here. So we'll go ahead and work single crochet increase into the remaining 5 stitches. So we have 1, there's 2 single crochet there, and I have 2, 3, 4, and the last one 5. Now go ahead and make a slip stitch into the very first single crochet we made, and this marks the end of the second round. This is what we have. So working the last round of the sole, we chain up 1. Inside that same stitch, I'll work 1 half double crochet, and into the next stitch, I'll work half double crochet increase. So that's the first one. So I'll go back into that same stitch and add 1 more. So right now, I'll go ahead and work 11 half double crochets in total. 11, 1. So I'll go ahead and complete 11 half double crochet. So after working my 11 half double crochet, so we are going to be working a sequence here, which is 2 half double crochet in the first one, right there, then 1 half double crochet in the next. We'll repeat this pattern. We are going to be repeating it 8 times in total. So this is the first one. So next we'll work 2 half double crochets, then we'll work 1 half double crochet in the next. So we have 2, 1, 2, 1. We've done this 2 times, so we'll go ahead and repeat this 6 more times. So we'll be having 8 of this pattern in total, 8 of this sequence. So after completing the 8th sequence, I'll go ahead and work 13 half double crochet along this side. So when I'm done working my 13 half double crochet, I'll come and show you what we're going to do to this remaining part. So this is what we have remaining. So just go ahead and repeat this sequence we did here, right here at the top, which is 2 half double crochet in the first stitch, then 1 half double crochet in the next. So I'm going to be repeating this 5 times in total. So I've done this once, one time, and I'll go ahead and do this. I'll repeat this 4 more times. So we are going to have 5 of this in total. So go ahead and complete yours. So after completing this, this is what we have. I'll just go ahead and cut. I'm not going to chain 1. I'll just go ahead. We are going to be making invisible slip stitch. Just cut this and pull this out. And I'll go right into the first half double crochet, which is this. Go right inside and I'll pull this out. I'll grab the tail and pull this out. Then I'll turn this over. Then I'll go underneath from here. Right here. Go from here. Okay, now come out here in between my V here in the middle. I'll grab the tail and pass this through. And this is what we have. As you can see, we finished it. It's called invisible slip stitch. So I just go ahead and to make a knot at the back right there, and I'll pass this back. Now pull lightly, not too tight. So just go ahead and hide this around here. So this is what I have. This measures around 10.5, 11 centimeters, around 10.5 centimeters. And that's for size 6 to 9 months kind of. I'll leave the size chart on the screen so that you can know the size we'll be making. So in case you did a smaller, in case you did, you changed your foundation chain, this part here, what we did around here and around here will remain the same. You're only going to have a different stitch count in the middle around here. Where we had 14 or 13 double crochet, maybe we have like 11 or 12. And if you add more chains, you have maybe 15 or 16. So you're only going to change that around there, not the toe part and the heel area. So the sole is ready. And you need to make one more pieces of that. And because we'll be joining two together like this to make one leg. So go ahead and make yours. And we are going to move to the braided part. So still using my main color because we'll be making 3 colors. So I'll just show you how to make one color. I'll show you in this color. So I'll go ahead, I'll chain 21. So I'll make 21 chains. 1, 2, I'll go ahead and complete 21. So I have my 21 chains. This is what I have. In case you want your sandal to be higher than this, maybe the baby's leg is quite bigger. You might want to add more chains to this. So I'll skip this, the very first chain, which is this, not this one. This is it. I'm going to skip that. I'll move into the second. I'll flip my chain over and I'll work into the back bump, which is this. So that's the first. That's one. Go ahead and work the second. So I'll go ahead and do this. I want to hide this before I finish. So when I have like 5 stitches left, I'll come and show you how to do that. So I worked 15 single crochets already. So I'll take this tail and bring it forward so that I will just have one tail to hide at the end of the piece. So it can be quite tricky. So I'll just work that and I'll just work over it just like that. And here's the next one. Work over it just like so. So I'll go ahead and repeat this until I complete it. So I just completed my piece and I'll just pull it out. I'll stretch it out like this. And if you are making the other pieces, so you just go ahead, chain 1 and cut, and you use your needle to pass the tail through to hide it. But since I am working with my main color, I will not be cutting. You are going to go ahead and work the same thing for the other 2 colors, just like so. I have mine done already. This is what I have. As you can see, I fastened off and I hid the ends already. So, but for the main color, you will not be fastening it off. You have it right there and we are going to join. So after working my last single crochet, I'll go ahead and chain 1. On this very small piece, we'll try and work 2 single crochets here. So inside the very last stitch I did, I'll work a single crochet there. That is 1. And I'll go into the foundation chain where I chained right here, where I entered my last stitch. I'll work my second single crochet, that's 2. I'll grab my color mint. Make sure the right side is facing you. This is the back. And here is the right side. So this is the right side. I will have it up. I'll just work 1 single crochet right there. The middle piece, we have just 1 single crochet. While the side piece, we have 2 single crochets each. So remember we started with 2 here. We did 1 here. So we worked 2 here. So with the right side facing me, this is the back, this is the front side. So I'll go ahead and work 2. So just find a way to squeeze that in. So I have the first and I have the second single crochet. So I'll chain 1 and I'll leave a tail, not too long because I'll be using this tail to join it to the sole. So something around this length. And I'll pull it out. So we are going to be braiding this part. So to do that, the pink part, the pink piece, I'll bring it above the mains, and I'll bring the brown, and I'll continue braiding like this. Let me show you that again. This one right here on my left side, I'll bring it to the middle, and the one at the right, I'll bring it to the middle, left to the middle, right to the middle. So I'll keep doing that. Keep going like that. Middle, 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 middle. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6 of that. I'll squeeze that in. Okay, we are going to adjust that later. So this is what we will have. The pink, the brown, and the mint. I will adjust this later when I'm done joining. So I'll grab my main color. I'll make a slip knot. Make sure not to lose this. So just go ahead, make my slip knot. So starting with my pink, I'll find a space, and right here there, I'll join my loop. I'll join my yarn. I'll chain 1, and I'll work the first single crochet. I'll make sure I hide this tail along while working. So I have my first single, and I'll work the second one around here. So I have 2, and I'll pick the middle piece, which is the brown. I'll work just 1 single crochet on it. Remember, we are repeating the same thing we did on the other side. Now I'll pick the last piece, which is the mint green. I'll work 2 single crochets around it. Remember to hide this tail. I have 1, and the last one somewhere around here, and done. So I'll just chain 1, and I'll leave a tail as well and cut. So I have this tail hanging. I'll just cut that, and I'll just stretch this out to make sure I have it all adjusted, just like so. Pull. So for the bumps, I should be having 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have the first braid done. So you repeat this because we'll be needing 2 pieces of this, obviously, because of the design we are making. I have mine done. As you can see, I did it exactly the way I showed you guys. So this is what I have. What we have here is what we have here. Pink right here. So you can see I have 6 bumps as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pink, pink, mint, brown, pink, mint, brown. So this is what I have. And the remaining thing I think we need to do before we start joining is just making this back, this back part. So I'll grab my main color. So with my main color, I'll make a slip knot, and I'll go ahead and chain 27. Make a slip knot and chain 27. So I have 1, 2. So I'll go ahead and complete 27 chains. So after having my 27 chains, so from the second chain from the hook, which is here, not this is the first, I'll skip that. The second, I'll work a single crochet, that's 1. I'll work 1 more, that's 2. I'll continue until I have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In case you are making this for a bigger size and you think this needs to be a little bit taller, then you need to add to your foundation chain and add more. Instead of 5, you might consider doing 6. And if you are doing for a smaller baby, you might need to reduce your chain. And instead of having 5, you might need to do just 4 single crochets. So after completing my 5, in the next stitch, I'll work no matter the size you're doing, for this next thing, you're going to repeat the same thing for all the sizes. So the next one will work 3 single crochets inside the same stitch. So I have 1, 2, and 3. So I'll grab my stitch marker, and I'll go ahead and mark the second stitch. 1, 2, this is the second one. Right there, I'll go ahead and secure that. So after marking the second stitch, I'll go ahead and work 14 single crochets in total. 14 in total. So I have 1, 2. I'll go ahead until I complete my 14 single crochet. So after completing my 14 single crochets, and the next stitch again, we'll repeat what we did here. I'll work 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Like we did on that previous one, we'll mark the second stitch. 1, 2. Right there. The middle stitch, we mark that. And we complete our 5 single crochets. Remember, we start with 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the last one we have 5. So we have the first round completed. So for the second round, we'll go ahead and chain 1 and turn. So we'll go ahead and work a single crochet until we get to the stitch before the stitch marker. So that will be 6 single crochets in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'll remove my stitch marker, and into that marked stitch, we'll go ahead and work 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. Inside the same stitch, we worked 2. So we'll go ahead and work 16 single crochets. So I'm going to work single crochets until we get to this stitch marker. When you get to this stitch marker, you put 2 single crochets inside. After putting your 2 single crochets inside, you go ahead and complete your single crochet, which will be 6 single crochets you have left. So go ahead and complete this. So remember, I've worked the left leg, I'm working the right leg. So I'll show you how to work the right leg, which I'm doing, and I will tell you what to do. Remember, for the left leg, the position of the buckle will be at the other side here, not here. So let's work the right leg together, then I'll tell you how to work the left leg. So I'll chain 1 and turn, and I'll go ahead and work 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'll slip stitch into the next stitch, and I'll chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the 4th chain from the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th chain, I'll work a double crochet, and into the last chain, which is this, I'll work a double crochet. This is just a little extension where we are going to be putting our buckle. So after working that, I'll skip the next stitch, which is this, and I'll slip stitch here in the next one. I skipped one and slip stitch in one. So after doing that, I'll go ahead and work 15 single crochets in total, starting from the next stitch. So I'll work 1, 2. So I'll go ahead and complete 15 single crochets. So after working 15, into the next stitch, I'll go ahead and make a slip stitch, and I'll go ahead and chain 32. We are making the strap now. So 1, 2, I'll go ahead until I complete 32 chains. So after chaining 32, starting from the 3rd chain, 1, 2, 3, I'll go ahead and work a half double crochet. So go ahead and work 1 half double crochet into each and every of our chains. If you want a thicker strap, you can go ahead and work double crochet instead of half double crochet. So I'll go ahead and work half double crochet until I get to the end of the chain right here. So after working my half double crochets, this is what I have. So I'll go ahead, I'll skip this, the next stitch, which is this. I'll skip here and I'll slip stitch here, right there, and I'll finish up with 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So this is what we have. As you can see, we have the sole like this. So we have it here, and our buckle will be here. As you can see, our buckle is right here. The buckle will be here. So if you're working the second leg, this is what you're going to do. This last round is that is what is going to be different. And you'll be working it in reverse. So remember, we started from here. We started with 5 single crochets. Then we chained 5. And from the 4th chain, we did double crochet, 2 double crochets. And we skipped 1, we slip stitch, just like that. But if you're doing for this leg, you start with the pattern that you started here. You are going to work 6 single crochets. You slip stitch in the next. Then you chain 32. Starting from the 3rd chain, you work your half double crochet down. When you reach the last one, you skip the next stitch and slip stitch in the next. You work 15 single crochet all the way. Then you slip stitch in the next. You chain 5, from the fourth chain from the hook, you work a double crochet, then in the last chain you work a double crochet, then you skip the next stitch, you slip stitch in the next one, and you finish up with 5 single crochets. I will write this line that I just explained. I'll have it written on the screen so that you don't get it mixed up. It's simple, just the same way we did this. That we started from here, you just repeat it. What we ended it with, you just start with it all the way back. And you will have your buckle on this side instead of here. So I hope you get it. So that's how you work the second leg. I'll go ahead, I chained one already. I'll leave a long tail because I'll be using it to join the two. And so I will cut that and pull it out. And this is what I have. I will hide this end, then I'll grab my pink yarn so that we can work this detail. So this is what we did. This is the right side. This is the right side of the strap. So I'll be turning it over. I'll be working on the wrong side. I'm starting from here, and I'll grab my hook. I will join right here. So I'll go ahead and we'll start making slip stitches. Make sure it's not too tight. So we start working slips. We are going to work this slip stitch along the entire piece. So into every space you can find, work a slip stitch there. Make sure it is not too tight so that you don't end up squeezing up your piece. So just like so, continue working slip stitches. You work your slip stitch all the way. When you get here, you work your slip stitch around here. You come up here, you go all the way, you come all the way, you come back here, then you go again right here until you come right here you started. So this is what the front is going to look like, as you can see what we have here. So I'll go ahead and complete this entire slip stitch thing, and we'll come and do our joining. So after working my last slip stitch, I'll go ahead and cut and pull this out, and I'll pass this right there. Pick this like this. And as for here, I'll go right here, pick this so that I can have that completed. Just like so. We are going to bury this in the sole. So this is what I'll try and stretch that out. This is what we have. As you can see, we have our details done around the entire piece. So we have the joining remaining to do. Yeah, I forgot to mention tapestry needle when I was mentioning the materials we'll be needing. So I did some marking here. Okay, don't get confused. I'm going to be explaining what I marked. So right here at the opening area, I marked 10 stitches. Here is how I did that. I placed my hook right here in the middle, and I counted. This is the very middle stitch right here. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the side, and I started counting on the very marked stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 here, 5 here. I have 10 in total right here in the front. So starting from the next one, which I marked, I counted 5. Remember, we did 5 single crochets along this braided piece. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where we'll be joining the first strap, the first braid. And each braid, remember we are joining two, each braid will be separated by, the two braids will be separated by 2 stitches, with 2 stitches rather. So 1, 2, these are the 2 stitches that will be separating them. And we'll join the second braid to the next 5 stitches, and we are going to be skipping 5 stitches, and we are going to be joining the back part to the heel, around the heel area. So the same thing for this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the first braid, and 2 stitches separating it from the second braid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separating the braids from the back part. I hope you understand that, and I hope I didn't get you confused. So let us start sewing. I'm just going to show you how to sew some couple of this thing, then you go ahead and do the remaining joining. So before I continue, please, if you find this video useful so far, please, so far so good, if you find it useful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you are yet a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell to be notified the next time I drop my video. So let's get into the next part, which is the sewing. So I'll remove this. So make sure the right side is facing up, just like that. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker. I'll put this up so that I can do my stitch, and I'll go right inside like that. Now I'll go into the next stitch. I'll come right out and grab the next one right here. And I'll go back into that same stitch. As you can see, I'm picking out the back loop, and I'll go back inside. So I'll go into the next, pick the two, I'll join to the next, which is the third one, like so, and I'll pick the back loop, and I'll pick the back loop like that and pass my yarn. To the next, I'll go right, pick the two, I'll pick the two, like that, I'll pass, and I'll pick the back loop, like that, I'll move back. And for the last one, I'll go right in, I'll pick the last single crochet, go right there, pass it, then pick the back loop of the sole and pull. So we have it joined like that. And right here at the back, I'll just make a knot to secure that. I'll make a knot, and I have that joined. Done. So I'll grab the second strap. Make sure you have the right side facing up. So I'll show you how to join this side, and you go ahead and join the other side. So remember I said we'll be skipping 2 stitches. This was the last one where we joined. Right here. So I have 1, 2. We're skipping these 2. We'll start joining here. So I'll remove my stitch marker. And I'll go right inside. Just like that. And I'll go into the next one, and I'll pick my next single crochet right here. No, this is the next. Pick the next one, and I'll come back into that very same stitch where I came out from, but through the back loop only. Sorry, just the back loop, and I'll go back. Then I'll go into the next stitch. I'll pick both loops. I'll go into the next single crochet, which is this. Okay, just this right there, and I'll go back to the back loop right there. Again, I'll go through both loops of the nest, pick both loops of the stitch at the top, and right there I'll go back to the back loop. And for the last stitch, I'll remove my stitch marker, and I'll go both loops. I'll pick my stitch at the top, and I'll go back to the back loop right there. We have the second strap joined, and I'll make a knot at the back right there at the back. So we have the second leg joined. So you can decide if you want to change the style like this. It's all good. But another thing to note is this. As you can see, for this left leg, we have this one crossing this like this. This is what we have. For this leg, you can see this one right here is overlapping this. But for the other leg, for this leg, it will be the other way around. This will be overlapping this. As you can see the difference. So if you're making the second leg, you make sure this is overlapping this. Like this. You can see the 2 legs, as you can see. But when you're making the right leg, which I'm doing right now, you make sure this one right here is the one overlapping this. So this is it. So I'll go ahead and join my other leg, the other straps here by this side. And when I'm done, I'll come and show you how we are going to be joining this. So like I said earlier, we'll be counting 5 stitches away. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where we are going to start our joining. So I'll grab the the back piece, we are going to have it standing in this manner, just like this. I'll start the joining from here. So right there. So I'll go right inside and I'll pull. Since we don't have stitches around it, we're just going to go in and out, try and pick this stitches right here. This is where we'll be joining. We're joining 4. So this is the first. So going to the next. Go back there. Then I'll go back into the first place where I joined, right there. I'll pass it back to where I entered. Move to the next one. Remember, we are joining 4 in total, so that's 1. Just secure the first one. Here is the second. Pull that out and I'll pass it through the back loop, just like we've been doing. Here's the third. Try and find the stitch to pick right there. Third. I'll go back through the back loop, and for the last one, go right here and I'll just pick this. Just try and pick something. Now I'll go back to the back loop right there. We have it joined. I'll make a knot. I'll pass this yarn right here. I'll make sure it's not too tight. To this other end, we're joining this as well. We'll be hiding this under. Just put this to the side. Then we start joining from here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 6. We start joining from here. Okay, let me put that back first. Okay, go right there. We are joining 4. So let me see. Let me pick from here. I'll make sure I don't put too tight because of here. And I'll go right back to the back loop and pull. That's the first one. We join the first. Pick the second. Try and find something to pick. Right there. I'll go back to the back loop. The third one, I'll pick this. Right there, I'll go back to the back loop. And the last one, which is this. Number 4. Find something around here to pick as well. Right there. And I'll pass through the back loop. Okay. Right there. I'll make a knot and I'll fasten off. So you do the same joining, you do it for the second leg as well, exact same way. Just don't forget the crisscross pattern at the front. I'll try and hide this end a little, and I'll cut. Right there. We have this buried underneath the sole. So this is what we have. So for these two right here, I'll just pull this out to come right under the sole. Have this somewhere around here. And put this as well. Okay, I think I'll use my needle instead. I don't like that. So right now we just need to join the two soles together. And I'll try and mark the middle like this. Just try and eyeball it. Like that. And for the back, I will mark this like this. and I will turn this around. I'll make sure the two wrong sides are facing each other, just like that. Now grab the mint green. I'll be using that to join. And yes, okay, I'll be joining from the back. Like this and like this. I'll be joining from the back so that we can have this detail here in the front. You can see, this is where I did the joining. So we are just going to work our regular slip stitches in each and every of our stitches. Nothing special. So just go ahead. Make sure you don't pull too tight. So just start. Just continue slip stitching. Just like so. And when you get to where we joined, we have one loops at the back. That's where we'll be joining. I'll be joining to this. Picking this. This is the back loop that we have left. I'm joining to that. This is the next. And right here, this is the back loop we have left. That's where I'm joining it to. This is the next, and also you can see we have it already. So you just go ahead and pick it and join. So to avoid a very long video, I'll go ahead and do this the remaining of cam. So just go ahead and repeat the same thing. If you're adding the insole, just like I'm doing, when I join to the, when I have the at least half of the sole joined, I'll go ahead and insert the sole to it and join the remaining part. So after doing that, after joining the entire piece together, I'll come back and show you how to sew our buckle to it, and our sandal is ready. So after working the last slip stitch, I'll go ahead and cut, and I'll pull out. I'll grab my needle. I'll make my invisible slip stitch. Go right here. And I'll go right here. So as for this, I'll go right here and come out here. So I have that. I'll make a knot. And I'll hide the tail inside the sole. So as you can see, this is what we have on this. So the remaining thing we need to do is to join our buckle, and this is what I have here. So I'll go ahead and remove this. I'll just pull this up a little. I'll do that for this as well. And I'll just, okay, I think I'll do that one more time for this side. Try not to cut myself, and I'll just remove. So this is what I need right here. And we are going to bring that out. You see this little extension we had here? This is why we put it to attach our buckle. So I just cut a little piece of my main color. So I have this side here in the front. So I'll be sewing like this. So I'll go from underneath right here. Pull out. So I'll make sure I have a little piece to make knot at the end when I'm done. So I'll go right here. I'll just pass it through any stitch I have there. Make sure not to pull too tight, and I'll go again that same side. And I'll find a stitch to enter here, and I'll pull. So I've done that 2 times for this side, so I'll do 2 also for this other side. So I'll move to this other side. I'll find a stitch right there. Make sure I don't lose this. This is what the back looks like. So this, find a stitch and enter. And I'll repeat that one more time so that I can secure that. I'll come out here. And I'll go back again. And we have that done. So I'll just move to the back, make a knot. So I just went ahead, I made a knot and I tied the ends. So our sandal is actually ready. I'll just go ahead and do this. So this is what we have. Our sandal is as good as ready. So I hope you find this video useful. If yes, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not yet a subscriber. And yes, I want to make a shout out to a fellow crocheter. She used my previous video, my YouTube video on how to make the dress, and she tagged me on Instagram. Choice Crochet. Hello, I love your creation. It's so beautiful. She used the exact same color combination I used. So if you find this video useful and you made this, you recreate this, please don't forget to tag me so that I can give you a shout out in my next video, my next tutorial. So this marks the end of today's tutorial. I hope you find this video useful and I hope you are able to make your sandal, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're not yet a subscriber. Love you. Bye.